Thank you so much, Alex. Pleasure to be here as always. Time to see some FaZe action, and I am phasing up with NRG.
You certainly are, and we are underway. It's Mirage again, and we'll see NRG on the CT side of FaZe with conviction, making their way towards that B bomb site. And they are going to slow things right down, though. We're going to see a couple of smokes potentially deployed towards the pillar position. That makes a lot of sense these days. They have been dropped, and we're off. Flashbangs going in. It's a B attack. Zerk to defend, and Tarek as well to find the first headshot. Can he get it? Certainly can.
Zerk still in the pistol, still inside of the smoke. Breezy above it, boosted, trying to see inside of the site. But watch for Rain, because he's standing on the other side and could be a massive problem for them on the entry. He is Berserk. He's looking for more, but a double peek. Two angles, heads far removed, both high and low, and he can't collect both.
Oh my god.
Guardian can, my goodness.
That wasn't bad at all. 2 on 2.
Doesn't overcommit to the duel on the window either. That baits them toward Neo, and Stan has it all to do. Guardian played that so well. No need to overcommit. Take the fight, take the angles, take the win for FaZe.
No.
NRG, according to the rankings coming into this, not the rankings with HLTV, but are in the top 4 currently with ESL.
Sure. It's one of those things, it's such a question mark right now. Obviously, Stanislaw coming in, it is an upgrade of firepower, right? And he is an in-game leader, classic one. He is a great all-rounder in that department. Whether this is going to transition straight away into NRG's success, I'm not so sure, but they did start to drop off of Daps towards the end. I think everyone was kind of happy with that exchange towards the end of it. And I'm very interested in this project to see where it can go. I'm still not 100% convinced by FaZe in the pickup of Neo, but happy to be proven wrong as we get into the next round here. It is the force buy of the North Americans, seems to be the go-to stance these days, at least for the American teams. Damage done to Ethan, down to 5 HP. And at this point, just hold up. No one has to panic. Keep the bomb down there, all the way back at the B apartments, and just hold up for reactions from the CTs. It is a force buy, remember, but you can't take it too lightly, even though they just have pistols. Tarek with the scout, looking for damage at this point. Flash over, got to commit as well. Maybe not. Flash in vain almost, as they head back towards A. We are going to see somewhat of an execution here, a basic one. It could just be a straight up contact play. They've got the rifles. They know they have the advantage. Neo to go in first. If he goes down to the CZ, they can at least trade it out. You ideally want Neo to go first around this corner. Please. There we go. And that's fine. It's going to be Guardian to provide the firepower. The Molotov goes in. This textbook Counter-Strike map. You can't ask for much more than this.
Stan. Not much to do. Just to note as well, I mentioned the ESL rankings in NRG's position. I believe it's 4th within the ESL rankings. On HLTV, both these teams, FaZe at 5 and NRG at 6, sit 4 points apart. 362 points for FaZe, 358 for NRG, and Fury is knocking on that door as well with 353 just behind G2's not far off it, North as well. It's a battle right now in the backside of the top 10, but this game, for what it's worth, obviously they don't update the rankings until after the event's over, but this game ultimately dictates who's number 5 in the world right now.
I think we're in a really beautiful era of Counter-Strike right now. I think it's the most competitive it's ever been. We've got so many teams within the top 30 that are dangerous, that can cause upsets. There's been evolution in terms of the meta with the Org and the Krieg coming in. We're seeing different ideas, innovations coming through.
I agree. It used to be a time when there was teams that weren't in your standard 16 that would make a major and you go, oh, what are they doing there? That's a wasted spot.
Right.
Now you're going, oh, let's see what these guys can do. There's a chance they can spoil this.
I'm loving some of the tactics. I think throwing things in like Vertigo, it might seem like a really crazy thing at the time, but it actually changes the game so much. Not because of that map. Now many more teams are focusing on Nuke, for example, and they're actually challenging teams like Astralis, actually putting Theory into it. You have to focus on Nuke, and they're toppling them. It makes Vertigo more viable going forward now, as then you're going to see that kind of a completely different ball game altogether. So it's a really cool place we're in at the CSGO right now in general, I think. And this team right now, FaZe Clan, they've had their ups and downs, and it hasn't been the project I think that was originally designed to be the super team. Neo's starting to look much better, though, within the squad. I'm interested to see what he can do. Similar situations. Both just changed out their in-game leaders, remember. So Neo's been brought in for FaZe, Stanislaw for NRG, and we'll see whether this is going to be an epic battle or whether FaZe can continue this lovely streak they've started, 3-0. Zerk, one of my favorite AWPers to cast. Extremely talented. A lovely chap as well. We're making his way towards that connector. Molotov down. Doesn't actually take any damage there. That's kind of strange. Extinguishes it anyway, just in case. And back towards, there we go. Now, Matt, these are the sort of rounds you want to be doing executions on. You know that money's not perfect. You've still got Mac 10s. Execution allow the Mac 10s to get as close as possible to potential AWPers like Cirque, and there's a chance they won't have helmets, right? There's actually 3 players of our helmets. So you want a strategy that disables AWPers, allows the Mac 10s to get as close as possible. So this is the perfect call from FaZe. Whether it works out is another question altogether, but they couldn't ask for more in terms of their call there.
Smoke down actually allows the transition inside of the site of Ethan, but Nico predicts that, knows that there's a Molotov at the back boxes. There's only one place left to check, and that's exactly where he was. Olaf gets Stannis, and Cirque can do nothing of the plant. Can do something of the post. Couldn't find it, though. Tarek gets Neo. That at least gives them a chance back into it, but they're forced off their angles very quickly, having not collected on the second op shot. Cirque makes good on the third. He finds Rain, but not before he found Tarek, so there's still consequence in their actions as Guardian holds off Breezy. Cirque's the only one left, and I think he's going to leave.
I think he'll have to. Begrudgingly, he'll make his way back, and like I said, that was the perfect call from FaZe, that they couldn't have done a better job there. I've said once already in these few rounds we've had, a textbook Counter-Strike, and this really is it so far from FaZe. Very clean game. Haven't really been under pressure too much, haven't had to require any Nico heroics at any point. He's been doing his usual thing from the Palace, hitting the shots that are required, and you can see Yanko's enjoying it. Really nice round. He knows what that means for them, but the AWP was saved. And Cirque is one of those snipers. If he's on the server, there can be just 4 USPs around him, he can win the round. Similar to like an Oscar, for example. And we'll see if they want to invest much more than a few pistols around the AWP. Deagle 5.7s, that's about it. They have got armor. It's all on Cirque, really. What can he do with this?
Well, so far, stand at B. Not normally the place you'd expect the op to go and to find an opening kill, to be the influence in the round. Instead, though, it's action over on A. Stanislaw nearly caught out. A single player lurking toward the ladder, that being Rain, but Nico was able to spawn his head first and save his teammate's life.
Isn't it just so fascinating how Nico can be one of those players always in Palace, always finding kills. You know he's coming, but always seems to get the timing right. That's what I love when I watch him in that position. It's crazy.
It's true. Some of my absolute favorite Nico games are on this map.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always Palace. If you go back to his early days, when he was benched on Mouse Sports, remember he was benched for a period of time. He played mid and used to rip it up with the AK. Mid meta's changed a lot. He's gone over to Palace, and now you're right. He's unstoppable there, it seems.
Well, there's Neo. Nice shot from him, taking down Tarek. Speaking of nice shots, even with the 5.7, at least take down Rain. Will he recover the rifle, though? He knows the bomb blast will take in his direction. He actually might be better off knifing out and just trying to get towards spawn and just let the blast take it with you. There you go. You got it, son. Has it gone in that direction? Oh, it hadn't actually hit the step. It couldn't have gone worse for him. That's such a nightmare. The step actually blocked it. I thought it would make it bounce and just fly over towards spawn. It actually blocks it completely. It cost him his life. So the worst of both worlds there. Couldn't reach it, couldn't get it afterwards. Bomb didn't do him any favors, so an absolute nightmare. But still, they've got a full buy here. There's Stanislaw now. And in the infamous complexity run of the FaZe Major in London, Stanislaw led the way when they got in towards the top 8, I believe. He did such a great job in terms of fragging and getting that team into that position. It was a lot of fun. Either way, we will now see double ups for the first time, and Nico not on the Palace anymore. Tarek. He'll find all off my state Ethan with Guardian, and that's a great start. The best news NRG have had so far.
Breezy wrapping it around with the AK, sees the smoke come out, rather obvious and evident as to their location, knows now there's 2, and doesn't want to overcommit to the fight, having lost so much HP. Why not keep 5 alive while they take down Rain? Neo's gone anyway. I do like the Molotov burning on the mini-map. It's a great little mini-map, isn't it?
It's getting better and better every single tournament, and yeah, this is...
Just like your casting, Henry.
I'm not sure that's true, but yes. We are seeing different additions to that minimap every single time. You can now actually work out who threw what incendiary or Molotov. It's very, very cool indeed. You see the crosses in the top left. That's where players went down. So you can see as to where they were dropped and indeed where the bomb is as well. I don't think Rain will be doing much with the C4, though, unfortunately for him, as he heads towards T-spawn. There is a great position there from Stan. He's just patrolling the area, making sure nothing can be done. Rain, his main objective here, ladies and gents, will just be find a kill or two. Probably not going to be sitting around for 25 seconds trying to save an AK. Just going to be seeing if he can find any sort of damage here. He's making a lot of noise. Stan has heard him. Makes a lot of sound cues here towards B. One kill would be great. Not going to happen. Cirque in their prime position to shut him down from the bomb side there towards short. First on the board. They're on the CT side. Early days here. Stanislaw yet to frag, but as I mentioned, still a lot of rounds to be played here. Another best of 3. This is the pick of FaZe. Round 7. Double AWP still. Guardian will bring his out. Guardian's 7-1 right now.
Yeah, it's not a bad start for the man.
Yeah. That's the kind of scoreline you want to see from him. This is such a great battle. Cirque and Guardian against each other. Like, I really love to cast this one.
Cirque is surprisingly similar in his op style, and as you say, on cue, he delivers 2. It's Nico to get back out, AK-47 in hand, at the top side of mid this time, not in Palace, so back to his old game, as Tarek is inside of the Palace, but not far. He's just holding off at the pillars to see if anyone dare push back that direction. For now, Guardian's gonna go hunting Breezy, and Cirque with a bait and switch potential at B.
My goodness. Great shots there. That's the problem about mid-smoke. Yes, it does block vision from window, but if the AWP nails the jump from window towards short, the gap is absolutely beautiful to find a couple of kills. Normally just the 1. I'm surprised he gets 2 out of that, but that's the kind of player he is. Really great work there from Cirque. And they'll finish up towards A here. They can still have a horse in the race here. We'll see if Nico can take down Tarek quickly. He'd have to swing out wide from one of these pillars, and hopefully it's the one Tarek isn't pre-aiming. I'm not sure Tarek should be here in this sort of scenario, pretty much for this reason, but he nails the shot. But I would have preferred a CT spawn setup, but still, he nails it. So all the power to him. 5-on-2, Olof Meister, Guardian. Not really much can be done now. Breezy actually finding map control towards the B side of the map. They've got them locked in here. So at this point, it is worth saving the weapons. You're not going to do much of this at all. Money's starting to run a little bit thin. You've got a Guardian AWP. So Guardian, he'll watch the steps, presumably, while Olof Meister will patrol the actual palace itself. Not going to be able to do anything with this. So definitely saving the weapons. There we go. Another clean one from NRG. 5-2 now. As Cirque pretty much shut down the round in the first 15 seconds with 2 great kills. And there we have it. Stanislaw still yet to frag, but he is the brains behind the operation. Did you guys all meet up yesterday for Canada Day? You, Twist, Snaf, Stan?
You know what? I should have messaged those two. We should have gone and done something, but I didn't. I didn't do anything at all, in fact. Yeah, pretty much at all, really. I should have. There's a patinery here in
I heard about that.
Cologne that had a little party, and perhaps I should have stuck my nose in there as well, but I didn't.
So nothing was done?
No, nothing.
Well, it's the thought that counts, I suppose.
I tweeted about it.
Yeah, exactly. That would do.
That counts, right? Virtue signaling to the world is done through social media these days.
That's very true. Well, money's actually still there somehow for FaZe. Remember, they just saved 2 weapons, 2 quite vital ones, Guardian's Orb and an AK as well. But this will be the last of the gold if it does disappear this round. Round 8, double AWP setup still. Tarek, like I said, taking a bit of a risk, holding Palace at that stage, considered a 5-on-3, but just nailed the shot. So happy to be proven wrong when that happens. Olof Meister, his fly path usually is towards B. Incendiary, not quite as deep as he anticipated there, Tarek, I don't believe, but still not a huge deal. Wouldn't have mattered either way. Guardian in the underpass position, waiting for CT aggression. We haven't seen a ton of it just yet. I love this. Having the AWP set up in this sort of position, it gives you so much more. You can actually focus towards short. You can have a bit more manpower towards A, just knowing there's no significant pressure towards B. Olof Meister is waiting for pushes and anyone getting information. And Tarek is the sort of player that can nail these shots. I think he's an underrated sniper player. We'll see whether he's capable of nailing this one, though. A chance might be appearing momentarily. Spots the pixels. That's what I'm talking about. So he knows there's presence there. They won't necessarily know of his. Oh, they definitely do. The pre-fire's coming in. That's the cue to leave. Smart decision there from Tarek.
So, quick check. Rain holding the wall. We'll wait and see if any further action will occur. There's not so far. In the meantime, Guardian. Quick little smoked cat. They go deep, though. They're not throwing the short ones. They've got window, and they've got the corner. You can see it just on the right, about to bloom. It does now. Ethan. Neo down, but look at Cirque. If you're not going to smoke the close side of Cat, and you do give him the corner, if he's already there, he's going to play on the inside of the smoke. He gets a gray screen to fall back inside of, and he gets the first shot, but no one to challenge. It's over toward the A site instead, and that's where Stanislaw is forced off the angle by way of a Molotov. Watch for Nico. You mentioned Palace. He's there again. He's there again, and he spots them, but this time oversteps the mark. Re-peek out. There's 3 there. Make it 2, as Guardian only finds 1 of the 3. It'll stay that way a little bit longer. Bomb planted with man advantage. Staying with NRG, only by 1, as Rain is all that's left, and Breezy finds him.
That's a massive round from NRG. It was coming right down to the minutiae as well. The one-on-one duels, and NRG have got so much skill on this team now. The upgrade Stanislaw brings in terms of firepower, I'm really excited about it. They've got some world-class riflers and an AWPer within this team already. And if you just compare the 2 teams, they're very similar in terms of the players they have within them, the skill of ceiling available. Whether it's ever truly been realized on either side is a debate in itself. And I can't wait to see how this one pans out. The fact that NRG are on their feet now and actually have got themselves a nice reservoir of cash. They've got the double AWP set up and flowing well. Cirque's got 10K. He's got an AWP in his hand. He's feeling it. This bodes very well for another fantastic series here. And we'll see if we get it as we enter round number 9 now.
Stannis gonna lay down the law inside of this smoke. Never mind.
Falls back.
Yeah, we could have had Stanislaw there too, Henry. Don't forget about all the Canadians.
I said that. That's why I mentioned it.
Oh, I didn't hear you say his name.
That was the first one I mentioned.
I thought I just heard you say Twisted Nav.
No, I only got reminded. He has the Canadian flag on his jersey. So I was like,
true.
Oh,
And he replaced Daps. It was one
exactly.
Canuck to another.
Indeed.
Smoke down deep. Standard smokes, really. CT, jungle, and stairs. This is your classic A execution. Doesn't account for Stan being reverse fire, though, when he finds 2, with Ethan chiming in on top of that activity to find 2 of his own, leaving us with just Guardian and leaving us with NRG winning the round.
Yeah, they look very comfortable. This is scary now for FaZe. They had the idyllic start. They ran away with the pistol, the follow-ups, negating all the force buys, the first gun round when they had MAC-10s, they win those. But ever since then, it's actually been 4 rounds in a row for NRG, and they've been quite convincing ones. We talked about that money. Well, it's just getting stronger and stronger. Cirque now with $13,000.
And that's about as rudimental of a strategy toward A as you can use. Not that there's anything wrong with that, so long as you cover your obligations. But if you go back a few rounds prior, when they threw the Molotov to triple mid-site smoke, Nico knew exactly where to look to counter out that position from Stan. No one did that this round.
B execution with a bomb plan in mind. That's what I can see right now. Smokes will go in, flashes to go over. Tarek, he loves them awkward positions with the orb. I'm sure he'll be fine. It just scares me looking at them. We'll see how he handles it. Nails it, of course. Will he be able to find more?
Rain up on top of the train. It's not a train. It could be if it had a bunch of things like trailers behind it.
Oh, more knives.
It was put on rails. Yeah, why not?
There we go.
Oh, dear.
Win, win, win.
Oh, my. It would just be the day of karma.
If he just goes out and wins that one up front of a knife attempt, my goodness, what a day it would have been.
I didn't see Tarek's situation there. Did he just draw the knife, or was he out of ammo and thought he'd throw the towel at him?
Bunny hopped. No, he just bunny hopped for the star points to get the knife kill.
Well.
Didn't have to do that. Was no need to do it. It would have been cool.
From now on,
so this is it. You'll see it now.
kids,
So
just don't knife.
He's just bunny hopping around trying to make it happen. Really nice movement. Fair play to him. Great shots from Rain. They had loads of money, but they've just lost quite a lot of it.
They gave it to charity.
Yeah, they've donated some over to FaZe. 5-5, tie things up. Cirque, though. Great game so far. 9 frags to his name. And he actually is looking towards that underpass. Flash might dissuade him. B execution again. Could be the same play, you know. A little bit of presence from the air towards A just to keep these guys interested. I think that smoke goes in towards jungle. It does. Flash over. That's all they're going to do on that side of the map. And the B play, very simple one with Tarek's been hitting all the shots here so far. Doesn't quite get the second. He actually does. Rain down to 17. Now 0. Oh, Tarek, that's more like it. He defends the B bomb site single-handedly. And the round has been blown out the water. FaZe have nothing left in this one, surely.
That's incredible. Tarek, stylish on the op. Neo's going to just bail on that plan and goes back through the mid window. Now he might be able to flank back around it. Can they pincer this in? 2 on 5, but they can isolate it to 3 because there's 2 on the flank in reverse. Stan's going to get there first, but if Neo finds this kill, he's got access to checkers.
He does. With the bomb being down the site, though, what do they do with this?
Oh, if Guardian reads the second flank, though, then it gets a little awkward. 33 seconds to play with. That's certainly the bigger element in the...
Because he doesn't have to push that flank, right? He doesn't have to do anything with this.
No,
Every second that goes by, it means they shouldn't win this.
Yeah, and I think Tarek's figured it out. I mean, the fact that he cut the rotation and gave Guardian the information that there would be a flank, it was all well and good, but now they just close in on him, and Breezy gets the kill.
Well, there you go. Another that was sick from Tarek, by the way. Like I said, I think he's an underrated sniper. He's claimed himself to be an AWPer at times. We've never really seen it in this NRG squad, but really enjoying what he's doing here in the B-bomb site. You can see, though, these B executions, there should be more pressure. There should be more flashes. It looked like it was amazing, like really fantastic sequence, but it seemed like he had full control at all times and with very little backup from his teammates. So, underwhelming from FaZe the last few rounds. They were 5-0 up, now finding themselves 6-5 down. That really does say it all. Starting to fall apart a little bit here. On their map pick especially. We will see what could be done as we move into the next round here. Money with the maximum loss bonus. We'll bring out Deagles and P250s, 1 Scout, a Glock for Guardian, as he wants that AWP, of course, going into the next round. He was 7-1, remember, Matt. Now he's 8-5, so that shows the pace has suddenly dropped off.
Yeah, it certainly is true, and I think that as his pace dropped off, Cirque's increased to be the antithesis in that. And let's see if he finds more, because the rounds have been going all in the way of energy. You could pin that 2 ways. One is that Cirque has helped to do that. Certainly true. And that Guardian has been a reason why FaZe can no longer win rounds. I would argue also true. Rain tagged, Nico gone. Just the pistols. Olaf tries to challenge, and Will gets there successfully, but then with the flame damage, Breezy's able to get him, and Stan found Olaf to leave us now just Neo and Guardian. Neo's waiting in the smoke. It's like the Newfoundlander that was out fishing in the fog. The Coast Guard rolled up and said, "Sir, do you have your GPS on?" I said, "I don't need a GPS." He goes, "Well, how do you know where you are?" He goes, "Well, I'm right here."
It's not bad. He's here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
Sadly.
Quite literally. We are going to have Neo and Guardian here. Sorry, I'm just lubing myself up. I've got these new tattoos and I have to take my eyes away from the screen. I thought this round was over, but Neo might have found them an opening here. The AWP has got enough to get towards the B site, and he'll have to really fight his way out of this one. Decent effort to even get close to the bomb site, but not going to be quite enough there as we get into round 13. And will be FaZe, who haven't, remember, 5-0 up, now 7-5 down. That plays in your mind. It really feels like your T side isn't working out for you. Remember, Neo was brought in to deliver new ideas and be the in-game leader of this squad, something they desperately needed to get the most out of Nico. He isn't top fragging right now. We were getting very excited at the start of the game. He was killing everyone from Palace. He currently sits on 5 and 8. Hasn't really posted a frag in, what, 3 or 4 rounds? So hopefully he comes back online, but what's the call going to be here from FaZe? They've got a full buy, Guardian's got the AWP, AKs are out, but still, NRG just haven't really been touched at all. They have now found themselves 7 rounds in a row. Money's still incredibly strong. Ethan with $12,000. They've got this money for days. Easily enough for the rest of this game. Or half, I should say.
Just carry on. Keep digging your own grave.
Is that a grave these days?
Nah, it's not really.
That's it. That's all it takes.
Rain, smoke down. See if he can do anything with it this time. AKs and an op. 2 ops. Tarek's looked excellent with his as well. No doubt about that. Ethan gets the opener, and it's Nico gone. Olaf. Still not able to find much. Ethan checks toward A main. Guardian's above that. He would have heard the steps as well as the flash thrown, anticipating the peak, but they know that they've lost connector, so they don't overcommit. Guardian gets one. Ethan nearly reads it so well as he found Guardian and got the damage in on Rain, but goes down in the end. Still the man advantage to NRG as a result of this. Even with losing so much map control, they contain their, I guess, losses, the damages, and hold out the time. They can't get near the site. That's actually very well played from NRG to be that passive and that disciplined.
This is a great showing so far. This is everything I wanted to see from this team. Very worrying scenes at the start, but they weathered the storm, that's for sure. 8-5, and Yanko, after looking so elated in the first few rounds, has now started to look dejected. Stanislaw, he had that slow start, but anything but in this round. Ethan, nice positioning, good awareness. Did what he could in that one, but unfortunately taken down, but they still win the round. It's buying as much time as possible as FaZe still yet to post a round after losing 8 in a row. 5 rounds is enough on the T side. Let's bear that in mind. For context, on Mirage, 5 is enough, but if on your map pick and you had a 5-0 start, it's going to be in the back of your mind that this isn't good enough, right? You haven't really had any close rounds. There's been no clutch potential. There's not really been any post-plant scenarios, have there?
No,
really?
There's really not.
There's been 1 bomb defusal in this 8 rounds NRG have got in a row. That just says it all, really. If you're not even getting bomb plants down, it's your map pick, something has gone quite horribly wrong for you.
I would suggest that to be true as well. I completely agree.
What's happened there?
Well, Nico's just killed Stan.
When it goes wrong for FaZe, normally,
rush.
Nico, get off the leash, mate. Get stuck in. What can you do?
It's 1:36, excuse me, and they're already in the site with the kill bomb planted.
Such a FaZe move. When all goes wrong, like they run out of ideas. Can you just go kill people, Nico? And it normally works out for them.
Breezy gets caught. Nico and Neo sneaking back around behind them, even though they thought it was clear. The smoke's enabling them, rather, to do so, as it looks like we're getting 8-6 at least, as Ethan's found inside a connector. Well, that's a little better for a post plant. This time it doesn't even come to bomb, it goes to kills.
Maybe just do that again.
Yeah, why not?
Just say, you know what, Nico, you killing everyone's the best strat we've got. Let's go for that one. I'm obviously being a little bit facetious when I say that, but the amount of times we've seen FaZe with their backs to the wall tactically, and when they just change the pace up completely, when it seems that there's nothing left, and they just throw Nico into a bomb site, he normally does find a headshot, and that round was no different. They've broken the streak, but can they find the 7th round? 8-7 would be a great half. It hasn't felt that way because of the great start they've had in the spell of rounds. They're testing Tarek again. This time more flashbangs. It's what we had to see before, but still he's landing every single shot, going for the hat trick once again. He's still alive and kicking on the bomb side. He wants more of the action, running through the flames. Tarek still alive here. A no-scope connects, and Guardian will just have to sit back and wait. That's an amazing defense once more from Tarek in the B bomb side with the AWP, leaving the score at 9-6. What a half it's been. 5-0 down. They come back to 9-6. FaZe have got to wake up. And have to find out after this break whether they can do it. We'll be right back.
We are one indeed, Henry and I. We always have been attached at the hip, sometimes other places, but we will always be here to bring you the best games, and we have had a great opener here at ESL 1 Cologne.
There's been a lot of action, a lot of distraction, and we'll
like
see.
That.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
And we'll get into the pistol round of the second half here. We've got P250s out in Juices here with Cirque and Breezy with the armor combo as well. So a couple of Supermen on the server here. Will FaZe Clan be there? Kryptonite? Time will tell as we make our way up towards short as the shots start to be delivered here. Olaf Meister to defend. Looks like he's in trouble as well. Players all around him. NRG just swarming. He does manage to get one. Nico, though, he's getting much more than that. Headshots all over the shop as it goes back and forward. It looks like FaZe have done enough, and Tarek will be trying desperately to fight back from the apartments. Not going to happen. And finally, FaZe get a bit of luck here. Remember that 5-0 start. They now have both pistols under their belt and trailing 9-7 on their map pick.
Yeah, that's a good point. That says a lot about the way that this game has gone. Nico looks stunning to start it off. Had some moments in the first half, but not enough of them, it would seem. It's a total of 10 kills for Nico. Tied with Rain at the top of his team at 14 for Tarek after what was 4 that were stunning with the AWP. On the B site.
Oh my god, the Tech9 and Cirque. The CZ of Stanislaw, the P250, the Deagle. We've got all the pistols here, Matt. Every single pistol out on the board. Guardian has made a massive play here. He went USP only, by the way, and it cost him his life. Oh no, not like this. They tried to take the gamble here on the FaZe side with the full eco on Guardian. He goes down, the 1D comes through. You need multiple frags here now on the A side. There's so much action on the server right now. Nico gets nothing. That enables a plant almost certainly. 4 versus 2. MP9's coming in. I don't think this round works out for FaZe at all. They will have to force buyback themselves. Look at the money on Guardian, 2,700. Olaf can't win this. But when they do force buy, Guardian has a choice now. Does he bring out the M4, the AUG? I'm not sure, but he took the eco so he could have the AWP going forward. Now, that is a risk in itself and one that obviously did not pay out. He actually had the disadvantage there. If they had taken the full eco, sure, that works. It looks great. They force bought and they punished him for it. He got nothing by the vent there. And Guardian does buy the AUG. They are not... Okay, this is weird. They are not... So the player that needs all the money, who
he's the one that spent it all.
He spends it all for an AUG. He better hope his teammates deliver these headshots and the deagles, because this has been financial disaster the last 2 rounds for FaZe. This is like the opposite of what I wanted to see. Just keep he could have done what they done. There's five deagles would have been fine. Keep the money strong. You still have that AWP and that gun round. Now he spent every single dollar. He is a great rifler himself. Underrated in that department. But this is just such a gamble for me. He might not get the AWP out for a while at this point if they lose this convincingly.
Olaf is going to push all the way through, but little does he know that Ethan is waiting for his arrival. But just like a typical electrician that you're waiting for, between the hours of sometime yesterday and perhaps next year, Ethan leaves just as he arrives.
I was going to make a really inappropriate joke. I'm going to leave it on the table.
Yeah, don't be unprofessional.
Exactly.
That's,
I don't like to
I
be
would never do
unprofessional.
that, so please don't stoop to that low on my behalf.
Exactly. I'm trying to make sure this is a family show, as OJ Ball would say, and he's going to be here this weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
He is,
so
in the Cathedrale of Counter-Strike.
In the Cathedrale. It's Cirque and Stanislaw doing exactly what they do best, finding headshots, and that just goes to show you, like, that investment with the AUG, like, what was that really going to do for you? Like, unless you're going for some set-piece play, like, you've done the Astralis smoke top and middle with Molotov, you've boosted him behind the smoke, you're going for a couple of kills. You couldn't just put him in the back of B with an AUG and think this might be enough to win a round. Your sniper now has $0, and the original plan was for him to full eco straight to an AWP. Like, this has just gone so wrong in so many different levels for them. I can't even begin to break down how much of a bad spot they're in now. Now it's full eco. Guardian's got the lowest money on the team. Someone's going to have to drop him now. This is just a massive amount of errors there. This is going to be painful to get back into. On their map pick, remember that. So he can't buy anything here. They can go for P250s at most this round. And Tarek knows it. He can hold on to that MP9, no problem. But looks at things, Olaf knows it too. Zeus purchased for Rain. We're seeing that weapon creep more and more into tournaments these days. Could use a bit of a buff, I think, just to make it a bit more exciting. I think it's one of those weapons that just has, it's a bit of a crowd pleaser, you know?
Zeus.
Yeah. I'd like to see
a buff.
A bit of a buff. It's
How?
I don't have the answer right this second.
Yeah.
I will think about it for tomorrow. How about
Great politician. Just throw it all out there, let people vote, and then say, hey, you know, didn't think this went through. Thanks for your votes.
I am an esports commentator. Not sure that analogy's fair, but sure. We'll see the 5-on-3 come
range?
in.
You want more range out of it?
Yeah, I would just like to see like a way to get it's in more rounds. Like, you know, like if it happens. Okay, I'll tell you the change I'd make. It's always if it connects, it's always a kill. Right now, if it connects, it doesn't always kill. Sometimes there's 97 damage, right? So
yeah,
what's the point?
a range thing. It's a fall-off.
Yeah, so let's say it's the same range, but if it connects, it always kills.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
You can't go with the money drop like you did for pre-Cluj.
Because then it's too much.
Man, the Cluj qualifier,
Yeah.
Cloud9 bought 2 of them for $100, kick kills, picked up guns, and then won the round and qualified for the major off the back of it for a $200 investment.
But that's okay. That's the change I'd make. Just making sure if it connects, it's always a kill, so we get the crowd pleaser moments.
It is a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, you know, just a bit of excitement.
Kind of like you in general. Oh, that's a nade. Guardian is about to realize that this game is now 12-7. Brazy jumps out the window to find him.
This goes back to our original conversation now. What I would say tactical pause, surely. No? 5 M4s? There's no one even considering a Guardian AWP here?
No, apparently not. They're going to go 5 M4s, one of them silenced.
I think Guardian's just trying to do that to slip it under the rug. He's like, yeah, I fancy an M4 this round, guys. You know, just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I don't snipe that much, you know. Like, I don't really... My career wasn't really based on sniping, so I feel like the M4's fine. Oof, I really didn't like that AWP purchase. Anyway... One flashbang to his name. The M4's there. We'll get into the next round, and it's going to be the fast B play. We talked about this before. You know the money's low. You've got SMGs. You want to get stuck in. You want to be finding headshots, and that's why the MP9 is absolutely savage up close against unarmored heads. And this is where FaZe find themselves when that one purchase of the AWP. They don't have the sniper now. There's so many compromises being made. There's no way they can retake this. There's no kits. It's just falling apart for them. And there will be 5 weapons surviving. That's such a brilliant call from NRG. That you've got MP9s, you know their money's low, they've wrecked themselves, that one AWP purchase. Why not just go for a B rush with it? And it wasn't just a straight up B rush, just to be clear. That wasn't just 5 people rushing B. They had set smokes thrown on the way towards the B bomb site. They got a magnitude of flashes there as well. Molotovs that are thrown in a tactical manner towards the bomb site as their players are jumping out. It's a very difficult rush to execute properly. If it's done correctly like that, though, it's very powerful. And if you don't have everything you need, i.e. the incendiary, you're going to be in trouble. And that's just too easy for them. They've had such a great run there. NRG, 5-0 down. Just to reiterate that one more time, on the pick of FaZe, 5-0 down now, 13-7 up, and they've lost both pistols.
Well, we now find...
Timeout.
Yeah.
I agree.
The exact time to call it. And Guardian already has an M4 in his hands. Just to note, there's not enough money for anything else.
Yeah.
So let's figure out how we get out of this hole that we've built for ourselves. You mentioned it as well. They've won both pistols. Their map choice.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get the AWP on the CT side of this game, like that's just going to... Yanko must be furious at that. Like that's going to be like... He's regarded as probably... I don't even think this is being sensational. He's regarded as the greatest sniper of Counter-Strike history at this point, right? Guardian, right?
Yeah, throughout all iterations. Yeah. Obviously, Cunny pre-nerf is pretty up there.
I would say, for me, Guardian of all time, it's Guardian, right?
Markelov.
The legacy.
Markelov.
And it's difficult to see him purchase that weapon and not even potentially have an AWP now on their CT side. It's going to be a rough one, but let's see what they can do with Tooth Mass. It's 3 M4s here. And they'll have to get aggressive. They're heading towards that A ramp. They're going to try and get an early pick here. Certainly capable of bringing this game back, but not doing themselves any favors. Deep smoke to allow them to have control of the steps. There is a gap there you can use as well to see anyone setting up for smokes. Tarak seems to be very aware of it. What a game he's having. Brought it right back. Does he know Rain's on the other side? He can smell him by the looks of things. Crosshairs in the right place. knows something's about. And the Krieg at close range. Oh my goodness, the skill on the server right now is just insane. Ethan and Tarek, they light it up and they fall back as well. They've been dinked. They want to get out of there. They want to make sure there's no reaction and they want to put a halt on the round. They want to make sure there's no way anyone can swing out, find any sort of an advantage here. And we're going to see that right now towards the window. The grenade might finish him off. It does. Stanislaw will be fine with that though. Still a 4 versus 2. Guardian waiting. He can't be in CD spawn with the sniper. He has to be up towards Shadow with the M4. He'll get the kill. Both players towards A. They might be gifted the round here. Both CTs there, and they're both actually in a pretty promising position now with the bomb planted. Or down, I should say.
Cirque just waiting to see if the cross comes back in their favor. Bomb, as you mentioned, down is just to his left. And he knows there's going to be someone positioning themselves to find that. Guardian has. Hold on to Ethan. As the smoke dissipates, he makes noise. 23 seconds. He doesn't have the time on his side, so noise has to be made. Guardian's already positioned reverse fire. Bomb is covered off from inside a jungle. They've got great hold. And Guardian wins out the round after the timeout. That's much better. Yanko's pleased, wants a fist bump, may not get it. Going for it again, still not going to get it. Might try and get it, doesn't get it. Oh,
it
Guardian stood him up. I think things are not looking good at all. That suggests behavioral differences. I'd fist bump you, Yanko, for what it's worth.
Well,
I had to make sure I put the word bump in there just to make sure it was PG.
Yes, exactly. The fact is yes, they win the round, but again, it's the 5 rifles once more. No sniper here. Cirque has his, and we were talking about this epic storyline of what it could be, how this is going to pan out, and they just about win the round. Really great round for them to win, by the way. It looked like they were done. They lost the first 2 picks as a 5-on-3. They got themselves into the round, and Nico might find them in this one as well. Not the double kill. Tarek will answer back, though, but he has been dinked down to 11. 4 versus 4 now, as he fires off shot towards that pixel gap he was using before. He knows there's a chance an AWP is there. When the smoke's down, you're low anyway. Might as well give it a go. Flashes towards middle. FaZe really on the ropes at this point, Matt. If they give this round up, there's not much left there in reserve. The loss bonus hasn't really been established so far, and they need this round, but they have got the advantage, at least for now. A slight one, and that's just due to HP. Tarek giving the AWP in response.
Well. Tarek is fully blind and anticipating perhaps a peek on the back of the flash. That flash is worth its weight in gold, given that it reveals the AWP's position. So it's utility well used. Catwalk lost though, and Neo manages still to find Ethan. Wraps back in. Good player at Neo when he gets quad control, when he's able to dance and dictate, but this time low HP. Tarek finds him, and Cirque immediately disposes of Olaf after. 19 seconds, bombs planted before the incendiary lands.
Yeah, I thought there was a chance that was a low HP player planting, but it wasn't. It was Breezy, who just wants to dance in the flames, it seems. And now we have the 3-on-2. It feels like FaZe can do this one, though. They have Guardian and Rain both up here. No kits, though. There should be one on the side, I would say. Rain sneaks through. They've got such low HP, so they're not really hunting for information here, so Rain should be able to get a bit of a freebie. Not going to happen, though. This is a disaster. Remember, it's not Guardian on the AWP here. The M4, he can use it, but it's not going to be working out for this particular round. It's going to be 3 kills with Tarek in total when he got tagged down to just 14 HP at the very start. 14-8, money absolutely ruined here for FaZe. And we'll see if they want to take the eco or force buy, and might just be taking pistols from what I can see. I see a Deagle on Rain, Deagle for Nico. Guardian might consider getting himself, I don't know, a UMP armor, all the grenades at this point. He hasn't had an AWP on the CT side, and we are 8 rounds into it. That is just shocking, really. It says it all.
Yeah. 8 rounds and a guy like that, not on an AWP. I don't know what else you could possibly ask for.
That you killed for. That's fine. Headshots from Rain, I'll take those.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's see if Tarek is with you. He's got 1 already. Rain's got another?
Yep.
And Nico's still holding a Deagle. Don't discount the Deags.
With this boost, he can get another as well. They won't be thinking about this at all. Tarek might just walk into it.
They know he's there because they saw him shoot, which means he's still holding for it. But Tarek, a solid round in the end. 3 kills for him, 15. It's map point for NRG.
Cirque just complimenting the nice shot there. Rain says thank you. Another nice shot from Breezy. There's great sportsmen on the server here. You got to respect it. Yanko not looking quite as happy as he was at the start of this game. 5-0 up, now 15-8 down. I don't know how that's happened. On their map pick, that doesn't bode well at all. And first time Guardians had the AWPs at map points. It really is a bit of an issue. Double orb setup though, Olofmeister trying to replicate the form of Cirque. Does manage to nail the jump, but the flashbang does catch him off. Doesn't fire off a shot, takes a bullet though, and Cirque will take down Nico. That's a great shot from him. Back and forth we go. One more round will do it here. NRG looking to close things out on the map pick of FaZe. Remember, this is the first showing, really, of NRG on LAN with Stanislaw in the lineup. And so far, so good. Lost both pistols, 5-0 down. He couldn't have a worse start.
And I'm not seeing the typical signs of growing pains, shall we say, with the new in-game leader where the communication seems off or they just don't have the timings. They've been pretty solid throughout.
Oh, Tarek snuck through here. They have no idea. He's absolutely owned this.
Absolutely has. It's not the first time the stands come in behind Daps to work with similar plays. He's gone the other way as well.
They have no idea.
I thought he was going to clear A.
They have no idea. How could they? I think he's won them this round single-handedly. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Wait,
he's going to line up both.
Is he going for the star play here?
He needs to make sure he has the lineup, though. That's the hard part. Oh, no. Oh, no.
He's absolutely fluffed
Take the close one first, because then the player at Cat's distracted, and then you swing him with your player that's already in mid. Why would you take the long shot when you can trade on him?
I don't know. I don't know.
Tarek, bro. Peanut brain.
Just one kill, that would have been GG. He made such a sick play there as well. Like, he couldn't have timed it better. He couldn't have had a better understanding. And now Guardian bringing it back is costing the round. I can't believe that. I really can't. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better scenario. He could have one-tapped both of those guys. He could have taken even more time than that. He could have gone for some knives. He could have gone for a double knife kill at that point. But instead, it's the Krieg. Maybe not have mastered it as much. You can see it didn't look like the aim was particularly poor. It's just Olofmeister reacted very well. He had to find the really clean kill there to begin with. And then hopefully take out the second. But you're right. If he'd killed the Palace player first, or the Apartments player, I suppose, once you kill him, you could just think that's a Apartments kill. You could have no idea really where it came from. But if you hear all those shots going towards short, Olofmeister's going to get the audible cues, and that could be it. Either way, 6 rounds in a row required here. FaZe Clan might have found a lifeline due to Tarek's miss there. Simple as that.
It's just content, Henry.
I don't think I'll be uploading that one anywhere, to be honest. Probably keep that one off the YouTube channel.
I mean, YouTube's not about making yourself look good. It's about getting views.
That's a good point.
Ethan. Oh, dear. He's gone as well. Cirque holding off 15-8 becomes 9 to 10. Do we have another best of 3 where 15 is a curse? Cirque, good peek. Catches out Guardian looking toward the connector. Neo holds his own though against Tarek, who tries to slide in. Second man in the hall. Noise is made, but a trade. No, I take that back. It's Cirque on the other side of the map. Now Olaf will get the kill that he's looking for. 15-10.
And there's one more buy here for NRG. My goodness, timeout. Their first one, NRG. It looked like such a done game, a done deal. But they will take their time out at this point. Here's Olofmeister. That's a ambitious position with the AWP, trying to get the hell out of there. Quick scope through the smoke. You do like to see that. 2 rounds in a row now. We've seen plenty of up and down games throughout this tournament, or just today. First day here. And this is why it's considered one of the best tournaments on the calendar. There's such a stacked tournament with so many great teams. Anything can and will happen. It's got a fantastic format. Early best of 3s. Drama on the first day. You can be knocked out day 1. You can make it to the playoffs on day 1. I really enjoy it. I've enjoyed the matches so far. This map has been no different. I've got a sneaking suspicion there's a few more twists and turns here. NRG will be doing the A execution to kick things off. You can see that incendiary burning away at the A steps, holding them at bay. The smoke to follow it up. Tarek will get himself in position. He could have closed them out of the game. with that play towards B. Couldn't hit the shots, but can they do it now? Receiving incendiaries in response. They've sent one player towards the Tetris position. That's going to be Ethan. Is this where they finish things off?
Already in with a shot back in. Nico already with one. Try for another, but not so fast. Nade will do damage. Cirque has to reposition. Stan. Neo has to check through connector at this point to A because they have so little information, and he's the one on catwalk. All this to try and close the map. Perfect trade, but unfortunately that's what it was. Nico with the wine peak was able to get Stan because he couldn't react fast enough. He knows there's going to be someone responding from CT. Problem is he's got to plant the bomb. This has to be a fake. Has to try and draw a reaction, and they'll go. Guardian sliding out, gets it, bomb down, 27 seconds. Cirque, 1 on 4. I think this one's well and truly over, as he can't even hit the first shot.
Well, there we go. And will be another round on the board for FaZe, and they're holding on by the skin of their teeth here. Money depleting for NRG. We've got 3,000 per player. Might be another tactical time. I require the loss bonus building up here. FaZe are going to take us to overtime. Could really be on the cards at this point. It's that when you have those kind of moments, rounds where it looked like it's done, and you know you just need one more, the mental shift that occurs within a team, and the panic and bickering that can come through, and the self-doubts mainly, that's when you're in trouble. Here comes the airstrike towards the window. They'll get him, but not before the collab comes through. An exciting round here. 5 grenades towards the window, and we're going to see a round for FaZe, sure, but still quite an exciting one. It's going to be PT50 for Ethan, and now he'll hold at the very top. Just waiting to see if there's another kill available, really. That's all he can do.
Bit desperate if you're hoping someone's going to walk up into that gap for you, Ethan, but starts the hunt. 15-11, a familiar score for today's
Ooh, you doing a Mission Impossible reference there?
What's that?
Ethan Hunt?
No. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that. No, I didn't like that movie.
Yeah, well, it would have been pretty clever. I like
Tom
that.
Cruise is really short.
Yeah. You're not much taller.
That's a lie.
Is it?
You once said in an interview that I was 5'8". I'm 5'10", thank you very much. All right.
Oh, yeah, let's get the barometer. What's the? How would you measure someone's height?
Barometer.
Barometer's the wrong word.
Just get
the ruler.
measuring tape, ruler, whatever.
Yeah, we got that.
Yardstick, meter stick.
There you go.
5'10", thank you very much.
Ethan looking to close things out. He hasn't got much to work with here in the Palace. Incendiary is the problem. Smoke towards the Palace won't help either. If they smoke the Palace, he is done for. Gets the first, takes a nade to the face, and now it really comes down to the mind games here. I think like the CTs have done enough. The flashbang, though, this is tense. Olofmeister is running out of time. Has to be the full defuse. Ethan's coming in, and he's done it. There it is. It will be the 16th round. NRG, I feel like that one was slipping away from them. Their mental game was starting to look a lot weaker, and FaZe winning both pistols there. A 5-0 start. They had a resurgence towards the end map, but this team isn't exciting me as much as it should be, considering the names on the paper.
That said, one map, I should say, away from being straight into the playoffs. And the debut with Stanislaw, that would be impressive. Changing an in-game leader is never easy. FaZe need to respond. We need a break. We'll see you in a second.